Before we begin, please note that this is a comedy podcast. Our opinions in this episode do not represent our actual views. In accordance with Corona guidelines, this episode was recorded remotely.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the Caution Do Not Open podcast. I'm your host for today, Quincy. Today we have Wes.
Yo.
We have Adam.
The star of the show.
I'm just ignore that. We have Amber.
No, Adam's not that good.
We got Jack.
Hi.
We got Joey.
Bonjour.
And we have Riley.
Don't worry, Quincy, I'm not going to ooh-woo this time, even though it was very tempting.
You said it earlier, so that was good enough from me. So, today's topic. Do you really need talent to make it to the top?
No.
No, but it helps.
Well, I mean, it depends on what. Well, yeah, it definitely helps.
I think a lot of it's just like being able to get in the spotlight and being lucky.
I would like to say that talent isn't necessarily a good measure versus skill. Talent implies you didn't have to work for it, because like you'd say like a natural talent, but like you gotta work for it. Like I would say I'm talented at drawing hands, but good at playing a glockenspiel.
One could also say that, like, when you say, like, because my aunt, I asked my aunt about this because I wanted, like, other people's opinions so we can, like, discuss it in the podcast. And she said that when you say to the top, what do you, like, defining as? Meaning, like, do you just want to get famous or if you want to get rich?
I'd say it's just the best if you're one of the best in your field.
If you're known in your field, I would say.
Yeah.
Like, by people in the field. Because, like, there are people who are, like, top mathematicians that none of us could really name very well. But, like, people within the field would know that.
Yeah.
All right.
So I think that's how I would define it.
Mm-hmm.
All right, then how about this? People on YouTube and Twitch, right? Those are, like, platforms that famous people like PewDiePie, Jeffree Star, yada yada.
Why
right?
are you naming like some like? Why did you literally find some of the like two more controversial YouTubers to name first off?
Markiplier would have been a good one.
They're one of the most popular. That's why.
No
matter if they're controversial or not, they're popular.
I mean, Jeffree Star for makeup, but like casual YouTube audience probably knows who PewDiePie is, but probably not Jeffree Star.
I don't know who.
Or
Jeffree
I guess
Star
more
is,
recently because of drama, because you know drama gets clicks.
What I'm saying, like when I just like said them, I don't mean like about like the drama, but famous people in their field, which is like for PewDiePie possibly.
I guess like Jeffree Star is popular in makeup YouTube.
Yeah. So
yeah.
With those people, right? If we did like take away the stuff like they like have done, because technically, right? Anybody that doesn't have talent that does make a YouTube channel, they can make it big by chance, right? Even if that didn't happen to either one of those people or any other YouTuber that got like over like a certain amount of subscribers, do you think that they will still be able to get that amount of recognition as they have right now?
Like,
what was that?
Sorry, I kind of spaced out. Yeah.
Same.
Oh my god.
Me as well. I did as well.
Restate your thesis.
No.
I'm so sorry, Quincy.
Yeah. Sorry.
If you take everything from these YouTubers, right, that have a certain amount of subscribers, right, to be recognized, do you think that they will still be able, if they act like how they are throughout all the years, do you think that they will still have the same recognition as they did before? Considering that most YouTubers, they don't really have a skill, quote unquote.
I wouldn't say that because
I would say they have a skill.
okay, so I'll admit it. Guilty pleasure. My guilty pleasure is like Reddit YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Because I like hearing people talk at me. But so depending on like who you're watching, there's always at least a bare minimum with video editing. And also like there is something to say about being able to voice act that. And this is like Reddit YouTube is the closest to talentless YouTube you're getting mostly.
Actually, no. I can think of one that's lower than that.
Huh.
Commentary channels.
Depends.
Kind of.
So, okay,
No, because
there are certain types of React videos that are lower
Yeah.
quality, but it that are lower talent. But
Commentary channels like require a lot of research, though.
Yeah.
it depends on the channel.
Depends on the ones that I watched when I used to watch them. They did a lot of research and were very like just facts and not just here's opinions.
Yeah.
Right.
I think once then again, it just comes down to what are you looking for in a commentary channel. Sometimes people don't want the just facts. They want the just opinions.
No.
That's
I
valid.
don't mean like news channels, quote unquote news channel ones like
These
scares,
weren't like news channels.
drama
but-
alerts, stuff like that, right? I'm just talking about commentary videos where they look at a video, right?
You're talking about React videos.
Well, it's a mixture. It's like a hybrid of both, right? Where they would have like something playing like during the video, and you can only hear their voice. You're not gonna see their face.
Oh.
That's what I mean. I feel like with those, if you just edit your voice in the video, and with some type of thing that's playing with that.
So, like, for a slightly outdated example, Leafy.
Oh,
Like
Leafy.
those kind of videos.
Honestly, I kind of liked Leafy. He was a guilty pleasure of mine because he was just a
Everybody
fresh.
has their guilty pleasure YouTube.
Yeah, he was kind of just like the asshole of YouTube. You know.
I feel like even with Leafy coming back this year, and the stuff that he has been doing, you didn't know, Adam?
No.
did
I
like
don't know
a
if Leafy should
6-part
come
video.
back.
He did a 6-part video on Pokemon.
It's not like I'm subscribed to him or anything. Like why would I just watched him.
Yeah, but with like as Riley was saying, Leafy is one of those was one of those like types of people that act like that. Can any of you think of a YouTuber that says that be like, even if they did not have like skill at all, depending on what they were doing for their channel, they can still like make it?
So here's the thing of like, there are a lot of people on YouTube doing stuff that is low effort, low skill, that don't make it, and we don't see, or that don't like, make it any bigger than like just a little bit, just like very few subscribers, and just nobody sees the content. And it's those like fringe cases where someone has something about them that will make it be more popular, or the YouTube algorithm's like, yeah, let's promote this asshole today.
You also say that for Twitch streamers though?
I'm not on Twitch, so I can't comment on that. Because
there'll be like a lot of people who be like on like just chatting, and they would just
my
like
goodness.
talk and stuff, and that's it.
Yeah.
And they will have like thousands and thousands. Someone will have thousands and thousands of like viewers, and they'll have like the sub counts going like up and up.
I mean, if it works, it works. I ain't gonna rag.
I think it's because it's women.
That too, but I was gonna say, I think part of it is that like some of them started with doing like actual gaming, but then they just kind of switched to just talking because they just didn't want to continue with gaming all the time.
Because gaming is pretty.
It gets pretty intense.
If you're not good at games, people won't really watch you. You either have to be good at commentary or good at games. to be like.
Yeah.
Some people are good at both.
You should probably just read cards on Twitch and see people's futures.
Maybe.
Oh, tarot readings? Do people Twitch stream with tarot readings?
Yes, absolutely. Most of them will probably
Good for
be
them.
in the just chatting category.
I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna rag on them. That's smart.
All right.
Yeah.
Then
If it works, it works.
Then let's move on to celebrities. I know not a lot of us, right? Not a lot of us, Riley, and possibly
I don't know dick
Joey.
about when it comes to celebrities.
Who's a celebrity?
What you talking about, Willis?
What do you like when it comes to like having like quote unquote talent, right? What do you say about like celebrities? They're saying like if they didn't have this, then they wouldn't make it. Can you say that for like any celebrity then? And it doesn't have to be like actors or something like that. It can be like people who play a certain sport.
You think I know about like I don't know about celebrities, but sure this nerd's gonna know about sports. The only sport I know much about is
Esports.
NASCAR.
No, Riley, hear me out, right? I don't need you to know anything about sports, but just the fact that if you think about it, that if you say this about one person, about like if he wasn't able to have like talent like this or have skill like this, make it into like this sport or that sport, right? You can say that to any person, right? So when it comes to celebrities, mostly, right? They probably have like a passion for this, and they try to like go very hard at this. Some maybe not so much, and they just started out of women and they just got famous out of nothing, and they probably really can't do anything about it. But you can admit that when it comes to like most celebrities, when they're very passionate about their career, it doesn't matter if they have skill or not. They can like still be famous for that.
Well,
One person
and,
I
like,
can think of.
Okay, I'm gonna this. Okay, hear me out here. I only know this story because my mom told me it. I don't know how accurate this is. Don't quote me on this. But
Quoted.
shut up. I was told that, like, when Katy Perry like tried to first start out, like her albums or whatever were like marked as like complete garbage or something. Like nobody would buy it. Like she was getting no traction whatsoever. But like, and like a lot of small artists will just give up after that and like move on to something else or something. And she was just like, screw this, I'm doing this because I like it. And obviously it made it now, but I don't know what she does anymore because I just know the name. But if we're saying that, if they didn't have talent, they wouldn't make it or whatever, like, I think though too, some of it is just trying for ages until you get a breakthrough.
That's one thing is like, even like there are artists who are made famous rather than becoming famous because of aesthetics or whatever. If somebody finds an agent, like there are people who are famous because of one small thing or
Auto-tune.
like somebody found them. But a lot of times it's just because they kept going rather than not. Like, granted, there are some small artists who just keep going and they don't get anywhere for one reason or another. But it really depends, because especially like if you think about things with music, there isn't really like a mainstream for music anymore compared to what there used to be, where the only time you were hearing music was like on the radio or if you bought the album, and the only reason you bought the album is because you heard the artist before and you liked it and you most likely heard it on the radio. Now it's like I can find my specific flavor of hurdy-gurdy music I like on YouTube and only listen to that for like 3 days straight. And so it's like what does count as on top in the music industry is like a lot different. Like there are people who are more well paid, people who are more generally well known, but like especially like with a lot of like stuff like that, it's really hard to say what is the top, and also it's really hard to judge talent versus skill acquired versus anything else with certain pursuits like that.
But how about this, right? I have an artist, Psy. You know the guy who made
Who?
Gundam Style, right?
Oh, him.
He can't sing at all or rap, right? In our language, of course. I bet he can do good in his Korean language,
well,
right?
I
With how famous that was, just by the video alone. But he has no skill of singing or rapping, right?
I
That
wouldn't
person-
necessarily say he has no skill.
for when it came out in the time period of K-pop, that was it was pretty big for us, and I think really one of the first K-pop things that blew up.
Mhm.
So I know I've listened to some of his other songs, but and they're all about the same. So I don't know. Some people don't find that interesting, but other people will be like, "Oh, it's good. He has talent." So we really can't judge this very well.
All right.
Yeah. And then-
How about y'all probably don't know about this artist, so I'm just gonna skip it.
Felt that.
One person that I know doesn't have any talent, Kim Kardashian.
Yo,
I mean, she's still good at marketing, and I don't want to say she has no talent. Granted, we're really getting into territory I don't know much about, but I don't want to just say someone doesn't have talent. Unless it's Jeff Bezos, in which case I will shit on him because fuck that guy.
so can we all say, right, or can we agree on with what Riley kind of said, that just because we don't know that much about that field, we can't say that this person who's very famous of this thing, if they didn't have that skill set or didn't have talent, they wouldn't make it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
can't objectively say anything.
What is talent and well, yeah, if this person didn't have the set of skills they have, they wouldn't make it because that's how it works.
Yeah, that's really how it works. But you can't say it's all because of talent, because
Yeah.
they obviously had to put some work into it.
Yeah, and then again, it's harder to find talent, because usually the word talent is used as something that's inherent rather than skill, which is something you pick up. It's I play a lot of instruments, and I would say I'm skilled at least some of them, because I've been working at it for years. But if it's something where it's oh, I just drew that hand and it's actually pretty good, that I would consider more of a talent that has become a skill because I still kept working at it, and that's all I draw. I can only draw hands. It's just hands.
So I'm gonna ask this question for Riley specifically because we've been talking a lot about instruments lately and all the fun stuff. Would my flute playing be counted as talent or skill? Because I've only really picked it back up very recently.
Well, okay, so I generally the way I see talent is something where it was just talent is kind of a weird concept that may or may not exist.
There.
But so I would generally call most instrument playing a skill because you're not born naturally good at playing an instrument or at any skill. You may be able to pick it up quicker, but you still have to, work at it.
Yeah, I picked up flute pretty quickly when I was first learning. Then when I quit, I didn't touch it for years until literally a month and a half ago. And
yeah,
I think I'm back up to where I was when I quit. So,
oh yes, I can just imagine just a baby just getting popped out of the womb and then just out of nowhere, give me a flute. And
Give
then
me the
start
ukulele.
playing out of nowhere.
anime of this, and now I'm kind of scared. I see that as an anime.
Wait, huh?
I mean, Mozart got his 10,000 hours in very young. I forgot who said it, but someone was it takes 10,000 hours of work to master a skill. And we always talk about the history of pieces in our music class, and our director was yeah, Mozart got his 10,000 hours in before he was 10, because he grew up in a musical family. And, that's one of the reasons he was just that friggin' good at music.
That's dumb. Saying
That's
that for a
showbiz,
person,
baby.
No, for a person that says you need 10,000 hours to be good at something.
That's just
right.
Master a skill.
Master it, not be good. Master it, be the best at it.
Yeah, I am good at mallet percussion. I am nowhere close to a professional at mallet percussion. They have their 10,000 hours or close. I have fapping around in band class since 6th grade. And doing a bit more extra on the side because I'm that.
Alright! Is there any artist, or not an artist per se, but a celebrity that you think is getting or has gotten before the most hatred and the most people saying hey, if he didn't have these types of skills, they wouldn't have made it into
I mean, but if they have the skills, there's a reason they made it.
Yeah.
And are there some people who are celebrities that are only celebrities because they had very distinct advantages? Of course.
Cardi B.
Do I know enough about any celebrities to call any of them out by name? No. I can't even comment on Wes's making fun of Cardi B because I don't know. I know negative things about her. I think she does music. That's it.
Yeah, I can't really comment a whole bunch on it. It's just based on the entirety of the internet within the past month or so. I honestly don't think she would be where she's at if it were not for some sort of contributing factors early on in her career.
Right.
I just hate the concept with when a person say if they don't have if they didn't have this skill, then they wouldn't succeed. If you think that you can do it, and if you think that you have the skill, then you.
If I wasn't as skilled with math as I am, I probably wouldn't be going to this college.
Yeah.
I also wouldn't have graduated.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
So
Amber
That's
would not have graduated if I wasn't as good with math.
Yeah, Riley helped me graduate, so that's fun.
I feel like most of it, when people just say that, it's just because that they are jealous of that person and the stuff that they have accomplished.
Reasonable.
Yeah, it could sometimes be that, but other times it could just be pure hatred.
For example, right? I know y'all never seen the music video today because it came on a few days ago, or you probably never listened to the artist ever. Drake, right?
Drake.
He had a music video, right? And of his latest videos, right? He had a music video in his house. He had a music video at the Nike's performance center or whatever and stuff like that. And some people hate he's acting like this. And he said if he didn't have any of these skills and stuff like that, he wouldn't have made it.
But he has skills, so he makes it. It's that complaint doesn't make sense. Someone brought up the Kardashians earlier. If they weren't already rich and already coming from a family that I think was already pseudo famous at least, they wouldn't be famous. They would have had to do other things. Or Mr. Elon Musk, literally growing up with emeralds in his pockets.
That's true.
He wouldn't be where he was if that wasn't true.
I like Elon though.
Elon's pretty fun, dude.
I like
the
them.
memes.
Yeah, I just like Elon from the memes.
Okay, the memes are fine. He's been transphobic recently. He's gonna destroy being able to see
That's a big goof.
space with all the satellites. And it's just, he discourages Tesla workers from unionizing. I guess allegedly discourages. Lest we get sued for slander.
This podcast is small. We're
one
fine.
of those two.
I don't think Elon Musk really gives a either way. I think he knows everybody talks bad about him. He's pretty aware of the fact that.
So, I think it's just with this, it's skill is definitely something that can really help getting people to the top. Some people get to the top without being skilled in certain areas, but it depends. Because even people who are famous for being famous, they still have some kind of skill with marketing.
Here, my garage.
If not, they have managers.
Right.
Yeah. It's there's some kind of thing there of just being able to talk or do makeup or do something that makes them more popular, that can help them.
James Charles, right?
I don't want to.
I don't know, people.
Look, how come all of you trying to name YouTubers? You really do just like naming one steeped in controversy, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, because they're the ones that people know because of the controversy.
I mean, yeah.
I just like the meme that James Charles was in, where it is like that little kid, and then like he was on like or like the React or whatever, you know them, yeah.
Oh my god, I know what you're talking about.
They asked us like, would you ever be friends with the? And then like
do whatever I can
later,
to
it's like,
avoid
James Charles
drama.
Oh my god, James Charles! Whoa! Oh my
god! Hi sisters!
Hi sisters! James Charles here!
Yeah, James Charles actually did.
I've never seen a single episode of James Charles.
I have not. I only know it from the memes.
Okay, so here's the thing.
All right, well,
I know so few. Like, what I know about James Charles is that A, he's pretty, and B, there was some drama, and I think vaguely related to Shane Dawson and Jeffree Star. And that's all.
Wasn't Shane Dawson the one with the cat?
Yeah.
The drama around
We'll talk about this at a later date. We'll talk about this at a later date.
We'll talk about that in another episode.
All right. I really can't think anything more about this topic, actually.
But okay, what I was going to say about James, do you know Markiplier?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
you know the thing that
aware with Markiplier.
Do you know the? Well, I don't know if any of you know the thing he does with someone named Crank Gameplays or Ethan.
Oh, Unis Honest.
Oh, Ethan.
Honest, yeah.
Unis Honest. Yeah.
Unis Honest.
Yes,
Yeah, he
I've
did
heard of that.
Unis Honest did a thing with James Charles where they went to an army camp and did an army training thing.
Oh, I saw that. That was pretty funny.
Everything about that seems like a bad idea.
Oh, it was really good. It was funny and it was cool to look at.
He kept complaining about his nails. It was kind of funny.
Exactly.
That's what you want your soldiers complaining about their nails.
Mark was like slaying it though. Like
Mark
he
was
just went.
slaying. He was doing good.
Mm-hmm. So was Ethan.
He may be short, but he's buff.
Pretty good. Because Ethan, if I remember quickly, he said he was a gymnast or something like that.
Yeah, he used to be a gymnast.
Do we have anything else about our original topic that we want to discuss?
I don't even remember our original topic.
Wow, Adam.
Hey, we stuck on the topic a lot better than we did last week. Though last week, we didn't
doing better.
stick on a topic.
Yeah, but it was like very important.
About time travel. That's why I tried to ask in advance so I could be mildly mentally prepared for it.
Actually, hold on. There's one thing I will say before we end this. If you want more Caution Do Not Open podcast, but it's not Tuesday yet, well, have no fear because soon we're going to have Caution Do Not Open After Hours, where me, Riley, and one more co-host who I will not say yet will come and talk about dumb stuff.
We don't know when it's put together.
Yeah, we don't know when it's gonna come out, but it's gonna be very fantastic.
Well, thank you for hosting this episode, Quincy. Be sure you go follow us on Instagram and Twitter at CDNO Podcast. Visit our website, cautiondonotopen.wordpress.com. And if you'd really like to, you can go over to our Patreon page, donate there. You get some pretty cool perks, patreon.com/CDNO podcast. And as always, we will see you guys next week for another episode.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Sayonara.